And here we are. This is the 2009 Zonda Cinque. And this color is called Rosso Dubai. And this, I definitely have to say, from all the Cinques, it's probably one of those highly underrated colors. Everyone was jumping on board for that green, or the orange, or yellow. And this one with this deep red gloss, it's just outstanding. And so I'm glad that I actually picked this one out of all the other colors. Not to say the other colors are bad by any stretch of imagination, but whenever you have these bright colored cars, especially exotic cars, we do have a tendency to always go for those, what we call those eye-catching colors, as opposed to, you know, some of these understated colors where, again, you know, this is understated until you put it under these lights, and then you're wowed and amazed at how beautiful it is. This is made by Almost Real. Almost Real has been on the Cinque and just the Zonda train for some time, and it shows. The quality of their models are just outstanding. They're so outstanding that BBR now slaps their name on their versions of the Zondas. Now, they do give full credit to the Almost Real company, but again, they add their little touches to it, which basically is a base and a plexiglass cover. The shape on this is perfect. As I mentioned, this model is by Almost Real, and it's highly detailed. Let's go ahead and move to the front of this model, and here you see all of the same details that you would find in all these Zondas from Almost Real. You have these beautiful carbon fiber casings for these front lights, and they look beautiful and perfect. You have this perforated grille. Everything is just outstanding. The stripe on the front bonnet is perfectly straight. There's no issues with that at all. If you move to the back of the model, I would say this is a favorite for a lot of people. You have this beautiful mesh grille that reveals the engine and the exhaust outlets, which is fantastic. You have these quad exhausts. Some would argue that they're not deep enough because of these covers. I'm going to pretend that these open up as you open up the throttle, just to make myself feel better. But if there was a complaint, and to me this is very minor, it would be those exhaust outlets. In certain angles, they still look absolutely beautiful, especially the glossy carbon fiber surrounding the exhaust outlet. The tail lights are fantastic. They're textured. They have layers to them. Really nice touch from Almost Real. No complaints at all. And of course, you have this massive carbon fiber diffuser. If you didn't know already, this is a full opening model. That means that all the doors and all the other openings open. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. If you're unfamiliar with the Zondas, and this will go for most companies that make the Almost Real models, the first thing you always want to do when you open these is start with the doors. And that's actually the case for the real car as well. The reason why is because if you open the back portion with the doors closed, it will collide with the ends here. So you just want to make sure you do that. So let's go ahead and open the back of this. And in the front. And there you are. The execution for opening, as you can see, is fairly easy. I was playing around with this a little bit just to see how far I could open it. It's not because it was going to fall or anything like that. So let's take a closer look at this beautiful model. The carbon fiber on this model is impeccable, as with all the Almost Real. And the texture, just look at it. It's beautiful. It's even. There are no errors on this at all. Wheel tire combination, and it's excellent, of course. I really do like the color contrast between the red and the black. You have the caliper here, and it has the Pagani script on it. You do have a valve stem down here. The only thing that's missing is the scripting on the tires. And by the way, These wheels, if you didn't know, are removable, so we'll show you that. You use the supplied tool here. I'm going to just use my hands for the rest. And there you are. You also have the rotor, which is removable as well. You have this beautiful brake caliper. Putting it back is fairly simple as well. Use your hand first before you tighten. That'll avoid stripping the screw. And then use your tool to tighten it back up. Now, I wouldn't do this too often. The only reason why is because I think in time as you do this, it's going to take the paint off of that center bolt there. But there you are. Fairly simple. Here you have the instrument cluster with a lot of buttons and gadgets. And yes, it is a little difficult to capture everything because it is a black dashboard. But everything actually pops that's contrast to the black, and I do like that a lot. The steering wheel is very well defined. You have the Alcantara on the rim itself. You have the Pagani script there. You also have the shift knob, which also has the soft material on it. That is not a hard plastic. Very nice. If you look further down, you do have the floor mat, and of course it has the Pagani script on there as well. Guys, talk about details. Not only do you have the floor mat, but you also have this trim that has a pattern as well. In lesser models, you would not see anything like that, but you do see it here. Of course, you have your carbon fiber everywhere, including the shield on top of the dash pad. The entire inner tub of the car is carbon fiber, so that's what you're seeing throughout this door jamb. You also have this beautifully well-detailed door card. You have your little carbon fiber armrest, your speaker grill with, again, the Pagani script on there, door handle. It's just all there. Everything that you'd want is there. On the passenger side, you get a better look at the center console, which again is all carbon fiber. You have all your buttons there. Get a little better look at the floor mat with the Pagani script on it. Something I was really surprised at, not that I'm complaining at all, is that this glove compartment does not actually open. And I don't know, maybe it was LCD I was thinking of, but I could have swore that was an openable glove box. But again, in the big scheme of things, it's not that important. It's the driver and passenger seat, and they do look like actual soft cushion seats. They are not, but again, that's a testament to the material that's actually used. You have a true stitched seat belt. Headrests, of course, have Pagani on it. You have speaker grills behind the head for your sounds as you cruise. You have the plaque here that designates the model number and other information. Over the head, you also have this air scoop or induction scoop, and it does have a perforated grill, of course. Can you imagine the induction sound that the drivers and the passenger hear as they're driving this car? In the front compartment, all carbon fiber. You see the other side of this perforated grill. You have the fan shrouds, which are carbon fiber. You have either some type of coolant container on the side there. You can see some suspension. It's just all there. It's very well done. It's neat. And here you have this beautiful motor. And all the details that you'd want to see are there. And you will not be disappointed in this model just because of everything that's added here. You have exhaust headers, you have hoses, you have other lines, you have induction tubing, you have everything that you'd want. Now, a minor downside to getting a Cinque, the convertible version, is that you do have this cover here. And I say minor because when this is lifted, or if you ever saw the non-Roadster, there's not that much more that you're missing out on. So I would not allow that to sway you from not actually getting this one. Look at those exhaust mufflers in the back with the Pagani on it. There's just so much here to see. The other side, this is just such a well executed engine. Look at all of the dipsticks here. They have the handles there. Again, just a sense of realism is just beyond. It's just so fantastic. See some spring action, can just push down here. There you are, you can see the springs working. Now, it's not a ton of movement there, but it's sufficient enough for you to get an idea of what's going on. And there you are, the 2009 Pagani Cinque by Almost Real Models. And now to my conclusions. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review of this Pagani Cinque by Almost Real. I think this color is outstanding. It's by far one of my favorite Almost Real Paganis in my collection. Now, this model is not cheap. It retails for $449 US, but you are getting a lot for this money, especially if you were to compare it to your resin counterparts, which probably would cost about the same. If this was a BBR sealed Pagani model, it would cost about the same much. So that is something to take in really consideration, the fact that you're getting a fully open model that gives you just about as much, if not more, than what a BBR, for example, would provide. Now that's rare. You don't see too many opening models at this price point that would have this much detail. So definitely, if you're looking for something that will go up in value, that has a lot going for it, the AR Paganis are the way to go, by far. If I was to put a rating on this, I'm going to give this the full $4. Yes, this will go up in value if that's your thing. It's a beautiful model. This goes into that category of what I always say. If you're going to have a one model collection, this would definitely fit in the category of a one model collection. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like and subscribe. That is the best way I'm going to know you're enjoying these videos. Next video will be another Spotlight News, and then there's a plethora of model reviews that I will have after that. Again, I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you next time.